Hey everybody, video here for you today, and I got to update my Google Earth map here on my new laptop, but we're going to go down today and document another ancient America site. This is called the Fitzhugh Mound site in Madison Parish, Louisiana. But on this site here, there was a pyramid mound Plaza city. There was a half-mile long pathway to heaven here, literally, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. But today, along the Walnut Bayou, I believe that is the name of the little river that comes by here, there used to be a very impressive, unique ancient America city here that maybe goes back 600, 800 years at least. And here is a look at what the mound site used to look like, and there are diagrams of each of these mounds over here on the left. Blown up a little here. Here is north. Here is the main mound, and this 2,700 foot long, 75 foot wide, terraced, elevated pathway. What was this aligned to? This was aligned to the setting of Orion, and I've talked about Orion in many cultures, and I will be coming out with a video maybe in the next few weeks where I go over Orion and why it was so special to these ancient cultures. Now here is a pic from the 1960s, one of the mounds here. And this mound site would have been very unique and would have looked very cool in its original form. These old pics, we can just kind of get a hint of what it looked like. Here you can see a diagram where the two large mounds, they are aligned to the setting of Cygnus on a specific day, the same day from the main mound down that 2,700 foot terrace pathway is where Orion sets at 5:19 a.m. And then the mound here coming over the small two mounds, that is the setting of the winter solstice sunset, 6:15 p.m. the same day. So it seems these were aligned to Cygnus, Orion, and December 21st, solstice. But here on this website that did the alignment work, and it's up for a little speculation, but it seems good work was done here. It says Fitzhugh Mounds, which dates to 1200 AD, had 7 platform mounds and several long, elevated flat walkways connecting mounds. At the extreme north end of the site, a 2,700 foot long, 70 foot wide, and how long would that have taken to make? And all that remained was a 3-foot high pathway. And how high was that originally? But it says an elevated terrace ran to the west. Computerized analysis of all 3 sites shows alignments to the winter solstice sunset, the setting of Cygnus, and both the rising and setting of Orion's Nebula on the same night. At the Fitzhugh site, the long 2,700 foot walkway appears to be the pathway to Messier 42, the official name or the site number name of the Orion Nebula. Now here are some old digital photos of what once stood here. I know these are pretty small. Well, let's just read the sign here. It says, Fitzhugh once had 7 mounds and a linear earthen ridge leading to the site from the west. Now only 2 mounds remain. The largest is square with a flat top. It is 10 feet tall and 150 feet by 150 feet at the base. The smaller mound is 4 feet tall and 200 feet in diameter, and it has a circular base, and this was built, they guess, roughly around 1400 AD. I'll leave this website below. It says only 2 mounds remained of what was an impressive 7-mound complex at Fitzhugh, first described and illustrated in Ancient Monuments of the Mississippi Valley by Squire and Davis in 1848, and who they work for, the Smithsonian. It's perhaps the first documented prehistoric mound site in Louisiana. Originally, at least 4 mounds formed a plaza, and 2 of them had ramps that led to their summits. The largest mound was almost 30 feet tall. A 3-foot high causeway is all that remained. It was 75 feet wide. When they investigated the site, how high was it originally? That's up for speculation, but it extended to the west, 2,700 feet from one of the mounds. That mound was later used for fill to build Interstate 20. Only 2 mounds remain, mounds B and D. The other mounds and causeway have been plowed extensively and are no longer visible. This is one of the most unique sites that I have seen. Not only were there earthen pyramid-shaped structures here, seems they depicted their afterlife beliefs, in a half a mile, 75-foot wide causeway that led to Orion, place of the souls or place of heaven in a lot of ancient cultures. Now, this site doesn't seem to be a burial site at all, and there wasn't much on artifacts found here. The Smithsonian was here very early. This seemed to be a place where people gathered. Now, I'm not going to say ceremonial site, but they seem to have their afterlife beliefs put in earthworks here, and their sites here were aligned to the stars. Today, this is all we got, a few remnants of some mounds. And then underneath the surface here, it looks like there might be a trace of something, of that, maybe that pathway right here. If you can see that coming off of here, that's a possibility, but a half a mile long raised elevated causeway to heaven. Well, I think that's pretty cool. This seems to be a very unique site. Too bad we only have traces, remnants, ghostly images of it today. But that's another Ancient America video, and we got a lot more of these to go. But I'll update my Google Pro placemark map here with all these Ancient America sites in due time. Just had enough time to document another Ancient America site. Hope you thought that was cool. And you all have a very nice day.